This video is supported in part by Retro Days, a place for nostalgia nerds to gather, share memories, chat, and engage. Go to retrodays.com or check their YouTube channel linked below. For the first time in decades, my procrastination has finally paid off, thanks to a recent video game announcement and this little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy. I'll explain right now.
Don't you know that you're a grown up? No games, no puns. Not allowed if you're a grown up.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John and I am a Gen X Grown Up. A few months ago, I picked up this Super Impulse Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tiny Arcade. That's a mouthful. I'm gonna call it TMNT from now on. You know what I'm talking about. I picked up this TMNT Tiny Arcade, and I intended to review it back when I picked it up months ago, but you know, that's how things work between my own crippling procrastination and other things on the production schedule, and just general, I want to do something else. I didn't get around to reviewing this little unit, but we just saw the announcement for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, a brand new title that's going to be released on PC and consoles, and it really harkens back to those original arcade versions of TMNT. So what better time to take this little gem off the shelf, blow off the dust, give it a full run through, and find out if it is worth your money. Let's go to the table. Like so many of these tiny arcades from Super Impulse, comes packaged in this transparent kind of shell, this box that has some artwork on it, officially licensed through Nickelodeon, interestingly enough. There's that laughable keychain. We know that's not going to go on our belt. Let's get it open and find out what's inside. That little catalog, I'll definitely check that out. Instructions? No. All right, now that we got it open, let's take a look at that artwork on the side and kind of investigate. So first of all, beautiful color artwork on the side. Not directly from the original arcade machine or anything, but certainly very Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-y. You got April there, you got some turtles coming up out of the sewer. We'll get to the controls in a second. Same artwork on the other side. The back, you just have the battery cover door and the power on-off. Now on that control deck itself, we have that same little tiny nub joystick and 4 buttons to control one turtle. That remains to be seen what's up with that. Little artwork here, you got the coin insert door and a logo, and the speaker is actually mounted on the bottom of the device. I find it interesting that they went with this very tall vertical screen. I mean, this is not the standard Super Impulse Tiny Arcade. Here it is compared to the Pac-Man Tiny Arcade. About the same height, but definitely a different mold. Look how much lower the control deck is to accommodate that much taller screen. Now, without a doubt, a beautiful addition to your Tiny Arcade collection. I mean, that gorgeous side art, it's a new mold. That's really cool, but as is always the case, it's going to come down to what's that gameplay like. Yeah, there's that signature lighted marquee that we see on so many of these Super Impulse items. That's really a nice addition to these. All right, there's some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Even though it's a very vertical aspect ratio, and it's not the original ROM clearly, it's very reminiscent of that original arcade machine. I see the opening, there's the building on fire and all that. So let's see. All right, so we have some settings. Background music on off. Sound effects on off, and volume. We'll make sure that's nice and loud as it can get. And, all right, let's see what all these buttons are about. Cowabunga, indeed. Yep, there's the fire. Oh, what are they on the moon? How slow can you jump? Here they come. I hope the game isn't this slow. All right, let's see what's... Good heavens, the transition. All right, so what's up with this? What's with the... Oh, okay. So that's a left and right attack. You can't turn around to attack. You have a left and right attack button with these two. All right. So that makes this a jump. It's actually a jump right button. Okay, so maybe the jump left. I'll try in a second. I feel like I'm getting hurt a lot for no good reason. All right. Watch out for the ball. And I don't see the combination, like the jump and attack. That kind of dive move doesn't happen. He just kind of hits the ground and attacks, it looks like. So let's try the jump right, jump left. Oh, cool. How many times can I do that? Let's see, jump right. Well, I can just hover. This is kind of broken. I can just keep jumping and avoid everybody. I mean, eventually you have to kill some people to get out of the level, I guess, but... Come on, robot. Yeah, April's in trouble. All right, get on through there. Level's very much inspired by the original arcade game, even if it isn't. Yeah, and I can just jump my way past everybody. Oh, and then get killed, clearly. Oh, so the top, I have the power meter at the top. And I'm just overwhelmed. Like, what the heck? Wow. I didn't get a chance. All right, so maybe don't jump everybody. I don't know. Wow. Punishing. Holy moly. Let me try one more time. But that's like hard to see with limited frames of animation. Plays very slowly. You got the bouncing jumpy thing and and pretty unforgiving. All right. Cowabunga. Okay. One more try. Let's see if I can play without cheating. It's any better. Slow motion jumping. We're falling. And let's hope you want to be Donatello, because that's who you get to be. Yes, I'd like to start eventually. Come on. There we go. Like at this part, there's not a lot of skill involved. And I feel like I'm getting damage. I can't even tell if, yeah, hit detection's interesting. I feel like there's too much going on for this game to really handle. And I jumped that ball. You just can't be anywhere near it, I guess. That didn't even touch me. Come on. Like, do you not understand the Z-axis? All right, I'm gonna cheat jump my way to the end because you can, kind of. It's just an exercise in how fast can you push this little button, it feels like. Yes, you're on the left of me. I'll use the left attack. It's like a slideshow. It's very ambitious. Like, I'm excited that they tried to put this adventure game on a Tiny Arcade. That's great. But I think they overreached what... Come on! They overreached what you can really do. I mean, yeah, I can push the button fast as much as an X guy. Did I win? Yep. And there's... Ha 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 ha. Oh, and we go... Oh, so skip the city. We're going straight to the sewer. And the game is over. Yeah. Okay, I guess. Maybe. Sort of. Oh, little Ninja Turtle Tiny Arcade, how do I hate thee? Let me count the ways. Yeah, that's not going to be tough. Let's start with what I like about this little TMNT Tiny Arcade. I like the new form factor. I like that they finally have got out of everything has to be the same rubber stamp. We could do something different. That's promising from Super Impulse, to know that they're willing to do something beyond just cranking out more of the exact same thing. I'm also a huge fan of how ambitious this title is. This is so much more than a little fixed screen old arcade game like Pac-Man or Dig Dug. There's so much more going on in a game like this, trying to replicate that entire scrolling TMNT Street Brawl adventure game. That is really ambitious. Problem is, I don't think the hardware really stacks up to what they were trying to do. So while I'm excited about what they tried, let's talk about what I'm not so excited about. This thing plays slow. You've got to really be committed to wanting to play this game, even just to get through the opening animation. But this has unavoidably got to be compared to the original arcade game that was really fast-paced and felt like a cartoon. This thing feels like a slideshow in many places, especially in those cutscenes. And then there's this control scheme. Now maybe this was a great idea to try to offset the fact that it's a very small screen, you can't see what you're doing. But the addition of a left and right attack and a left and right jump, while maybe an interesting idea on the drawing board, was implemented so poorly here that you saw I was able to just hop my way through the entire level until I had stacked up a million bad guys who just punished me. So while it may be an interesting take on the controls for this smaller version of the game, it was implemented so poorly that in many ways it just broke the game. And then there's the playability. I'm sorry, but this in no way is an acceptable way to play any version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or really any side-scrolling beat-em-up for that matter. It just really isn't that playable. It does look great. It's going to be beautiful shelf candy to sit next to my other Tiny Arcades, but I can't see myself going back to play it very often. I might even take the batteries out. So all that taken into consideration, this little TMNT Tiny Arcade from Super Impulse, I'm going to give you 1.5 tokens out of 5. Yeah, you tried something ambitious. I'm a huge fan that you did that, but I think you bit off more than you could chew here, Super Impulse. This little guy just probably isn't worth the $20 asking price. If you find it on clearance, grab it. It'll look great on your shelf too. Hey, I really hope you found something to enjoy in this video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, you made it to the end. If you liked this video, the best way to say thanks is to watch one more. here are a couple suggestions that you just might enjoy. And if you love our content, maybe consider becoming a Patreon supporter by following the link on screen.
Unacceptable for grown-ups. Your dinner cannot just be french fries.